Hello everybody, today we're doing a video for GTA Car Kits in a 2017 Porsche Macan, and today we're going to show you our version 2 kit that supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's connected to our iPhone wirelessly right now, and it also supports wireless Android Auto. With version 2, you don't need to wire an extra microphone, it uses the original microphone. Now you can control next track with those original buttons on the radio. You can launch Siri by pressing and holding the phone button. You can easily switch back to the original system by pressing and holding the back button. In the original system, you don't lose any of the functions. The rear view camera will still work the same way, but now your car has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And now we're going to show you how to install it in your particular car. So the tools that you're going to need are the stereo removal keys, a panel removal tool, and a hook tool, also part of the panel removal toolkit, a T20 Torx screwdriver. So we're going to start by removing this vent by using our hook tool. So to do that, you're going to see here there's a little hole which we're going to get underneath with our hook tool and pull it out. And then there's another one right here. So first it will come off as the plastic, and then you'll get to this metal part. Next, with the same hook tool, we're going to get underneath here, and we're just going to pull on it, so on the hooks, because there's a clip here. Next we're going to do this clip, so we're going to get underneath here and pull on it. Here you go. We're going to just check in the bottom, so as you can see now that it's loose. We're going to continue with our panel removal tool. Over here around this area, you're going to insert your tool and you're going to press the clip. I'll show you that clip later, that holds in place. Once you see that this is loose, so the clip is unhooked, we're gonna keep going towards the door. At this point, we can use our fingers, and it comes off. So as you can see, this is the clip that I went underneath with my panel removal tool and unhooked it. And now there's two cables above the vents for these connections. Disconnect them like that. There's nothing to press, no clip to press, you just pull on it. Here you go. Next, we're going to start removing the glove box. We're going to start off with our T20 by removing these three bolts right here. Now we open the glove box, and there's two more bolts, one right here and one over here. Both are T20 again. Next is this panel, again our panel removal tool, and we're gonna get underneath and it unclips. Next, you're gonna see another T20 here, which we're gonna remove. Next, underneath the glove box, one more T20 right here, and the other one is right there. Now there's three more bolts hiding underneath here, so we're going to take this panel and unclip it, and it drops down like that. So as you can see, 1, 2, and 3, we're going to remove them. And now we can drop down the glove box. So once we do that, as you can see, we have a lot of space. So this is where we're gonna hide our module. And then over here, there's enough space to feed all the wires behind the glove box. Now we're going to remove the head unit. So we'll open this compartment and we're gonna use our stereo removal keys and we'll insert them. With our hook tool, we're gonna get on this side and push the radio out, or the head unit out, just enough so we can grab it with our fingers. Here we go. At this point, we're gonna put the lever down. At this point, you can remove these keys. So we'd suggest using some sort of a rag over here in order for you to rest the radio on it. So the two connections that we're going to be disconnecting is this main quad lock connector, which you can disconnect right now, and then the second would be this green wire for going to the monitor, for the display wire. So to remove it, we're going to use our hook tool again. and we're gonna press this clip and get underneath here that it comes off easier. So now we're gonna show you what comes in our kit. So you have the main module, which we're gonna hide behind the glove box. This is the main harness. We also have a USB cable for hardwired connections. Then there's this video cable, a Wi-Fi antenna. So we're gonna take first our video cable and the single end. We're gonna push through here in order to catch it behind the glove box area. And on this side you should have these two, a male and a female. Once you have it, the glove box, we're gonna take our module and we're just gonna plug in this end to the port which is marked LVDS. Next is the power harness, and we're gonna feed these two ends again behind the glove box. We're gonna take our module and we're gonna plug in these two ends. So we're gonna now take our main harness and plug it in to the female end of our harness. Make sure to insert it with the clip open, and when it's almost all the way in, that's when you close it. You're gonna take the male end and plug it in to the back of your original stereo. Again, now we're gonna lock it. So now we're gonna take our video cables. So the original green one which we removed, we have to plug it in to the female end of our cable, and then the male end will go instead of the green one. So as you can see, we inserted our male end into the original female end of the green one. So at this point we're gonna put the head unit back, and we're just gonna put our harness through. Make sure that none of the wires on top or bottom get cut by the actual head unit. So when you're inserting the radio back, you can also pull on the harness so it's not stuck behind the actual head unit, and you can pull it back so there's more slack behind the glove box. That way you have more space for the original stereo to go back in. And as you can hear, it locked on its locks. And so then we have our Wi-Fi antenna, which we'll just plug in. And we think we're gonna mount it on top of our module because the module sits right here behind the glove box, so it should get good reception. So we're gonna take the Wi-Fi antenna and just stick it on top of our module. And the last cable that we're gonna connect is this USB. So it's to do the updates to the module or to connect your Apple or Android device by wire. So this end we will connect to our module. Right here is marked USB. And then this end you can choose depending on where you want to wire this particular. You can, from this point, you can actually drop it in the glove box. Some of these glove boxes have an opening which you can just use. Some would need to be drilled. Us, we're particularly gonna just put it on the side over here, just stick out right like that. So at this point you can secure your module. You can either use Velcro or zip ties. We're gonna use Velcro so it doesn't move and stays on top of the glove box. So before testing, we're gonna just put these 3 bolts back because otherwise the glove box keeps falling down. So to test, we plugged in our USB cable and connected it to our iPhone. And we're gonna turn the key to accessory position. You just gotta make sure to select the sound as auxiliary, and then we're gonna press and hold the back button. And that will get you to the mode which you didn't have before. And as you can see, we have CarPlay displaying. So as you can hear, the music is playing. You gotta test the touchscreen and sound. So if everything is working, then you can continue on with securing the rest of the parts. So now we're gonna put the 2 bolts underneath the glove box here. Now we're gonna put the second bolt underneath. Now we're gonna put the 2 bolts back inside the glove box. Now we're gonna put the bolt on the side back. So now we're gonna clip back this piece. As you can see, this is the USB we were talking about. Now we're gonna put back the 3 bolts on top. We're gonna put the panel back from the side here. So we're putting back the vents now, and we just gotta plug in these connections. And the second one over here. When you're putting it back, make sure that the wire goes to the side and doesn't jam by the vent. We're gonna start here and work our way down. Now we're gonna insert this trim piece. First you install the silver piece, and then you secure it with the black trim piece. So the installation is complete now, as you can see. So again, this was a video in 2017 Porsche Macan. I hope you liked the video, and we'll see you next time.